Queen Isabella II of Spain, who reigned from 1833 to 1868, was a complex figure in Spanish history. She ascended the throne at just 3 years old, following the death of her father, King Ferdinand VII, which sparked a succession crisis and led to civil wars, known as the Carlist Wars, over her right to rule. This early instability marked the beginning of Isabella's challenging reign, as she grew up in an atmosphere of political intrigue, court rivalries, and shifting alliances. Her later rule became controversial, with her policies and personal life often criticized by both liberals and conservatives, leading to a deeply divided nation and multiple attempts to dethrone her. Despite the political turmoil surrounding her, Isabella II maintained the dignity and grandeur expected of a Spanish queen, often using jewelry to assert her royal status and reinforce the authority of the monarchy. During her reign, she amassed a remarkable collection of jewels that not only reflected her taste and wealth but also served as symbols of Spain's rich cultural and historical legacy. Among these jewels was the famous ruby necklace, a piece that would later gain legendary status. The ruby necklace itself was a work of art, crafted from the finest rubies and diamonds that Spanish royal jewelers could source. Rubies were particularly symbolic, often representing courage, passion, and vitality, all qualities that Isabella wanted to project as queen. The necklace was designed with meticulous attention to detail, featuring a prominent row of large, intensely colored rubies, each surrounded by a brilliant halo of diamonds. This contrast between the deep red of the rubies and the white sparkle of the diamonds created a striking visual effect, drawing the eye to Isabella's neckline and framing her face with an aura of splendor. The piece was often paired with matching ruby earrings and a ruby-studded tiara, completing an ensemble that emphasized her position as the ultimate symbol of power and elegance in Spain. For Isabella, jewelry like the ruby necklace was more than mere decoration. It was a form of armor in the court and a signal of her royal heritage. Each time she wore it to a state function, royal banquet, or diplomatic event, the necklace reinforced her role as the Queen of Spain and presented an image of wealth and stability to her subjects and foreign dignitaries. As the political landscape grew more uncertain, Isabella relied increasingly on such outward symbols to solidify her authority and counter the criticism that surrounded her. Beyond its beauty, the ruby necklace was infused with the cultural and historical weight of the Spanish monarchy. Rubies had long been associated with the Iberian Peninsula, appearing in the jewelry collections of past Spanish queens, and by wearing it, Isabella aligned herself with this lineage, adding an element of timelessness and continuity to her image. In this sense, the necklace represented both her personal style and her connection to the centuries-old traditions of the Spanish crown, making it one of the most significant jewels in her collection. The ruby necklace owned by Queen Isabella II was one of the most exquisite pieces of jewelry in European royal history. Crafted by expert Spanish jewelers, it showcased an elaborate design that was as complex as it was beautiful. The necklace featured a series of radiant rubies sourced from some of the most reputable mines available at the time. These rubies, known for their rich, blood-red color, were carefully cut to maximize their sparkle and depth, creating a mesmerizing visual effect that was enhanced by the surrounding diamonds. The necklace was designed to embody opulence, using a blend of color and light that highlighted the skill and precision of Spain's finest jewelers. Each ruby was surrounded by a halo of diamonds, carefully chosen to complement the deep red tones and amplify the brilliance of the centerpiece stones. This arrangement wasn't just decorative. It was strategically designed to create a striking contrast, drawing attention to the rubies while adding layers of sparkle around them. The diamonds, clear and dazzling, served as a bright frame for the rubies, enhancing their fiery color and creating a play of light that caught and reflected every movement. The arrangement of stones was done in such a way that the necklace sparkled from every angle, ensuring that when Isabella wore it, all eyes were drawn to the regal piece encircling her neck. the design of the necklace was more than just aesthetically pleasing. It was also deeply symbolic. Rubies had long been associated with nobility, strength, and the divine right of monarchs. Throughout history, rubies symbolized passion, vitality, and a fearless spirit, qualities that the queen wanted to project amidst the challenges of her reign. The ruby necklace thus carried a sense of gravitas and power that extended beyond its appearance. Wearing it, Isabella reinforced her image as a queen with an unbreakable will and a legacy tied to the grandeur of the Spanish crown. The jewels not only reflected her personal wealth and taste but also connected her to a long tradition of Spanish royalty, where regal women used jewelry to express authority, poise, and lineage. The necklace was often accompanied by matching ruby earrings, bracelets, and a tiara, forming a complete parure that Isabella reserved for the most important state functions. In these settings, the necklace played a pivotal role in her appearance, giving her an imposing presence that exuded strength and confidence. When Isabella attended royal galas, banquets, or diplomatic events, she would wear the ruby necklace as a symbol of both her sovereignty and her personal elegance. Each appearance further cemented the necklace's association with her reign, creating an iconic look that Spanish subjects and foreign ambassadors alike would remember. Over time, the necklace became synonymous with Isabella herself, embodying her spirit and resilience in the face of her many political struggles. Whenever she appeared in the ruby necklace, it sent a clear message of power and stability, reinforcing her role as the sovereign of Spain. The necklace's design thus went beyond mere ornamentation, reflecting Isabella's ambitions and the enduring strength she wanted to convey as queen. The ruby necklace became a symbol not just of royal luxury but of Isabella's determination to uphold her place in a turbulent political landscape. The political landscape of Spain during Queen Isabella II's reign was fraught with turmoil and discontent. By the late 1860s, public sentiment against her leadership had reached a boiling point. Many viewed her as an ineffective ruler, and her court was plagued by scandals and allegations of corruption. The final straw came in September 1868, when a coalition of liberal military leaders, along with disenchanted citizens, initiated a coup known as the Glorious Revolution. The uprising quickly gained momentum, leading to widespread protests and military uprisings against Isabella's rule. As the revolution unfolded, Isabella's situation became increasingly precarious. The support she once enjoyed among her subjects began to crumble, and she found herself isolated from the very people she had sought to govern. The revolutionaries, rallying under the banner of change, demanded her abdication. In the face of mounting pressure and realizing that her position was no longer tenable, Isabella made the heart-wrenching decision to flee Spain in October 1868. She left behind her palace, her court, and, most painfully, her dreams of ruling effectively. In exile, Isabella settled in Paris, where she struggled to adapt to her new life far from the opulence and privilege of the Spanish court. The ruby necklace, once a symbol of her power and authority, took on new significance as a reminder of her former glory. During this tumultuous time, Isabella faced not only the challenges of exile but also the financial uncertainties that came with it. The lavish lifestyle she had known was now replaced with a modest existence, forcing her to confront the stark realities of life outside the royal bubble. To support herself and her family, Isabella was compelled to make the difficult decision to part with some of her most cherished jewels, including the ruby necklace. This was a painful sacrifice, as each piece represented not just wealth but memories of her reign and the legacy she had hoped to establish. Selling the ruby necklace and other jewels became a means of survival, ensuring that she could provide for her children and maintain some semblance of stability during this trying period. Despite the challenges she faced in exile, Isabella's spirit remained unbroken. The ruby necklace, with its rich history and connection to her royal identity, continued to symbolize her resilience and determination to rise above adversity. While she may have lost her throne, she held on to the memories and experiences that defined her reign. The necklace, though no longer worn at royal functions, remained a tangible link to her past, a reminder of both her achievements and her struggles. The story of Queen Isabella II and her iconic ruby necklace is a compelling narrative that reflects the complex interplay of power, identity, and resilience. This exquisite piece of jewelry, once a shining emblem of royal authority, became intertwined with Isabella's personal journey, encapsulating the highs and lows of her reign, from her youthful aspirations as queen, adorned with the jewels of her heritage, to her dramatic downfall and life in exile. The ruby necklace symbolizes not only the glittering opulence of the Spanish monarchy but also the strength of a woman navigating the turbulent waters of history. While the necklace may have left the royal collection, its legacy endures as a testament to Isabella's enduring spirit, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, the true value of a crown lies in the resilience and grace of the one who wears it. CQGMI ZA obudrzini nasego filmu, prosimi o polubieni I subskrybowani nasego kanalu. Poniwas jestasi nazem paluem dla tresai I podzil csi swoja opinia w komentarzak. Wasa opinia jest dla nas bardzo wazna.